Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh,
how
shut up!
I wonder what you are. Are you shutting up? I've caught you where you're shutting.
Yeah, I'm going to wash that floor and show you out in a minute.
Look at that. Oh, that's lovely, that. Thanks very much. Mate, go on, build a rap out of it. Build a rap out of it.
Don't let me also, I'm going to forget Morton, Bobbinworth.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Day in the UK. And today, we are in Ongar. Now, Ongar is a civil parish in the Epping Forest district of Essex, and I've got to tell you, I've been here loads of times. I love Ongar. There's so much history here, so I want to take you through my favourite parts, and also certain places that I've not even been before. We're currently walking along the Essex Way, and I'm coming up. There's the Essex Way sign. So the Essex Way is 81 miles of walking across the Essex countryside. Loads of history. I did it back in 2020, finished it in December, and it's fantastic. And this path goes through the Essex Way. You start the walk in Epping and you finish in Harwich. You've got to do it, it's amazing. So here we go, this is our first stop, St Andrew's Church in Greenstead. And it's the oldest wooden church in the world. Hello, my friend. Stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, you've been here before?
I have.
It was originally reckoned to be built in 895, but then the Norwegians contested it.
Okay.
And they checked the logs.
Yeah.
And they've come up with 1060, so it's still the oldest wooden church in the world. And there were two churches here before this, but they would have been pagan worship, no doubt.
I've noticed just something out here. There's something just gleaming out. It seems glaringly obvious here.
The leper's squint.
The what?
The leper's squint, where the lepers would have taken the elements, no doubt.
You're joking, right? Let's have a little look here.
So you can see that from outside. So
that's the leper's squint.
Outside, they would have stood out there and
yeah,
and you know, taken the church, to watch the service.
It says here it was the last remaining wooden church of the early Saxon period.
So it's Saxon. That's the early part.
This is the early part, yeah.
Right, and so
yeah,
they were originally stave built, sunk in the ground.
Okay.
And then in 16, whatever it was.
Yeah.
The Reverend Ray over there is buried over there.
The Reverend Ray, okay.
Did the works and put it on a brick plinth and put the other dormers in. The other
Gotcha.
windows in, so.
See this bit over here, this other part, if we sort of pull out here.
Yeah, that's the chancel.
The chancel?
Yeah, that's Tudor.
That's Tudor, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to say that appeared to be like an add-on.
That's it. The bell tower, that's 17th century.
So this bell tower is 17th century?
That's it.
What do you know about this over here? Because this is
Crusaders' grave.
The Crusaders' grave, yeah.
What was he? A foot soldier, and the lord of the manor here.
Yeah.
Got a battalion together, and they marched to Palestine, and marched back again. So he must have marched back again.
Incredible. I've never ever seen a Crusader's grave.
12th century.
12th century. Isn't that incredible? So we've got some more stuff around the other side, yeah?
They've even...
So Rich just found something else here.
See, they've even put the serifs in on the letters.
Oh my God.
18 something, 1820 something.
1828, 1838?
Oh, 1838.
1838. Original graffiti.
So we had vandals in them days.
So we found a wooden grave, which is that's exceptionally rare, isn't it?
That's it. Would have been a cross, a wooden cross. But it survived, and it's the grave of Edward Edwards.
Who's Edward Edwards?
He was a local man that wanted to marry the daughter of the Two Brewers pub in Ongar, and he was told to come. He was a gambler. He was told to come back with a hat full of money and marry his daughter, which he did.
What year are we talking here?
I think it's 16 something or other, but you can carefully in the sunlight.
Yeah.
You can just see the wording.
Yeah. It's very difficult to see, isn't it?
He was a verderer cutting the sides of the roads. He cut his own jugular. He was drunk and cut his own jugular vein.
He cut his own jugular?
No, cut his own vein and bled to death. So
oh God.
He's buried here. Okay,
Thank you very much. You take care. Cheers, bud.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's move on to our next destination, which is the main part of Ongar village. And we're going to work our way through there, chat to the people, eat the food, and talk more about the history. See you there. What we've got here is the Ongar United Reformed Church. Well, this is interesting, look. In this room, David Livingstone lived 1838, just before proceeding to his great work in Central Africa. So who was David Livingstone? David Livingstone was a Scottish physician, Congregationalist and pioneer Christian missionary with the London Missionary Society. He was an explorer in Africa and one of the most popular British heroes of the late 19th century Victorian era. In 1840, after meeting missionary Robert Moffat, he was inspired to spread the word of Christianity within the rural villages of Africa, to smoke the 1,000 villages where no missionary had ever been. In February 1844, Livingstone had a life-changing twist of fate, proving that great things can come from suffering. Whilst defending Mabotsa villages and their sheep from herds of lion, he was forced to the ground and attacked by one, the large lion crushing his arm with its massive jaws in the process. He was saved by Deacon Mabalwe, who distracted the lion by trying to shoot it. Now clearly the Florence Nightingale effect was powerful here. As he recuperated in Kuruman, Moffat's daughter Mary nursed his recovery. They fell in love, and he asked her for her hand. He and Mary were married on the 9th of January 1845. Isn't that lovely? It's nice that the church is down this passage, just set back from the road. Lovely, isn't it? Look at that blue, beautiful. Right, check this place out, everyone. It's a nice little stop on the journey. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, shut up!
I wonder what you are. I love these little blue plaques. Check this out, right? This is where Jane Taylor, 1783 to 1824, author of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, lived. Not only did she live here, she wrote Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from this house. Isn't that lovely? So we've just left Jane Taylor's house, and there's this public footpath which leads, I do believe, to St Martin's Church. Now, St Martin's Church here in Chippingongar was built in the year 1080 from flint, rubble and red bricks, which had probably been imported from Europe, possibly originally for the construction of another building. So the church is dedicated to St Martin of Tours, who lived in the 4th century AD. As a young man, he served as an officer in the Roman army, but from childhood had been attracted to Christianity. Now, legend has it that meeting a beggar at the gate of Amiens, he cut his military cloak in two and gave half of it to the beggar. That night, he had a vision in which he saw Christ wearing his cloak, and this confirmed to him his desire to be baptised. On obtaining his release from the military, Martin became a monk and later the Bishop of Tours. Steeped in history. Look at these buildings as well as we come out to the main town centre. Hello! How's it going? What have they got there? I'm coming in. How's it going? What have we got here then?
What we got here? Well, just a little deli in Ongar.
Just a little deli?
Just a little deli. Not my deli, but it's a lovely little deli.
Are you always this chirpy?
I try to be.
It is a very beautiful shop. Is this Italian food?
No.
No.
Some of them on there are Italian, yes. Some of the bits and bobs on there.
This is posh nosh, isn't it?
Well, you know, we do try.
We are in Ongar, darling. We are in Ongar. We are in Essex. You're making the cakes?
I make the cakes, yeah.
Do you?
I do cakes and scones.
What's your name, lovely?
Julie.
Julie. We always work in a cafe and work making cakes
I was
and
a
stuff.
parish clerk and then...
Oh, sorry?
A parish clerk.
Okay, what's that?
That's what another tier of the council, basically. And so, yeah, had a change of thing and I like a bit of cooking now.
Are you shutting up? I've caught you where you're shutting.
Yeah, I'm going to wash that floor and show you out in a minute.
Listen, lovely. Adam.
Nice to meet you, darling.
Lovely. Love you. See you later.
Right, take care, sweetheart.
See ya. She's brilliant. Brilliant. And yes, we've come out. Looks like in the middle of the town, haven't we? Here we go. This bottleneck here, where the road narrows, marks the point where the 12th century town gate would mark the entrance to Ongar. Look at this beautiful property. And what's this? I have no idea, but I feel like it's been here for a long time. In Ongar, a lot of properties in Ongar, they can't change because they're all listed, which is why Ongar is kept the way it is. It's beautiful. Look at this. You can just imagine all the horse-drawn carriages being pulled in here. Hello, fellas.
You're right.
A couple of local lads. Is it a good place to live, Ongar? What's it like?
Good, but it's really like
Boring, nothing to
boring.
do.
Yeah.
What else do you reckon you might need in Ongar?
Yeah.
A McDonald's. Lads, good to meet you. You take care. I'm off. See you later. Right, we've got a place called the Heart of Holistic Health. Now, I do believe this used to be the old post office as well. Hello. Hi. How's it going? You all right?
Sorry.
I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Look at all this.
Do you want to come and have a look at our...
Beautiful, look. Holistic health. I would imagine that you're a practitioner in a variety of different things, right?
Yeah, well, we've got lots of different therapists here that do lots of different things. We have lovely Tony. Tony, are you there? Come on, so this is Tony, who's one of
Hello, Tony. How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I'm Adam. Nice to meet you.
And you.
What do you do, Tony?
I'm a Bowen therapist.
A Bowen.
Yeah, Bowen.
What is that? I've heard that before.
Helps with back pain, anxiety.
Oh, nice. How about you? Tell me about you. What's your story?
So what's my story?
Yeah.
So my background was as a nurse.
I could see.
And yeah, so I've been a bone therapist for 15 years, and I was in partnership running a clinic in Upminster, and then 2 years ago, I was just before lockdown, I was in Australia, and decided I needed to make some changes in my life, and I wanted to set up my own clinic. So I now have my own clinic here in Ongar, the Heart of Holistic Health.
You basically reset everything, didn't you?
I did.
Really lovely to meet you, ladies.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm going to get on to my next destination.
All right,
nice to meet you.
Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Right, everyone, check this out, right? This is the King's Head. It is the oldest brick-fronted building in Ongar, right? And the year, you can just try and make this out. I'm going to try and zoom into it for you so you can see. It should say 1697. Can you make that out? One, and it says a T, and 6. And at the bottom, you've got 97. Quite difficult to make out. It looks like a 2 or something, doesn't it? But yeah, before we go any further, I've just seen across the road Chloe's traditional pie and mash. So let's head over there and grab some food. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
How's it going?
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
It's nice to walk in a place and see potatoes being cut in a pie and mash shop. So this gentleman's just walked in. I was just asking him if he was local, but you're not, are you, mate?
Nah.
Where are you from?
Well, my mum lives up Morton Road.
Oh, I know Milton.
Yeah, and I live in Witham.
But you come all the way down here for a pie and mash?
Well, come to my mum's.
Oh, I
and
see.
She sends me down for pie and mash.
She sends you down for the pie and mash?
Yeah.
So what's your mum like about this pie and mash then?
Well, she loves it.
What's different about this one?
It's the flavours of the pies.
The flavours of the pies?
Yeah. We come from Orpington in Kent.
Yeah.
And then we moved down to Ongar in 1965.
1965?
Yeah.
But you don't live in Ongar anymore.
No, I
you
live
live in Witham.
Yeah,
but you lived here for a certain time then?
From 9 to 19.
Any changes? Because the high street...
It's still the same.
It's exactly the same, I would imagine, right? Yeah?
But nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
I've just been into Senna's.
Yeah.
Right, the paper shop over the road.
Yeah.
And I was a paper boy there 53
You're
years ago.
kidding me?
Nah.
See you, bud. All the best.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. What we got here, Lindsay?
This is liquor.
So, Lindsay, tell me about this place.
So, my daughter that was killed, she was like very quirky, you know, everything about the way she dressed. She was very quirky, little bits of hippie vibe.
So you're saying you lost your daughter in a car accident?
Car crash, yeah. She got killed on well, she didn't, the accident was on the M1.
Yeah.
And she died a week later in St Mary's in Paddington.
Oh.
All because somebody chose to go out in the car and take drugs.
Are you saying you set this up in her name? Because it's...
Yeah, we set this up. We had a business, but we rebranded.
Did she like graffiti as well? I was wondering what this was about.
This is done by two girls.
Okay.
They reminded me so much of Chloe.
Did they?
And that on there is, it says, "Life is tricky, baby, stay in your magic."
Yeah.
So that is a quote that Chloe always used to say in the shops, anything that we do, because we hopefully we're starting to do a lot more fundraising for the air ambulance. So
really?
Anything we do, it has that quote.
That's beautiful. Does that motivate you as well?
Yeah, of course.
Guys and girls, let's have a look what they've got here at Chloe's. So you get one pie mash and liquor, $5.50, and it goes all the way up to $8.50 for two mash and liquor. You know, look, traditional 100% steak mince pies, that's what I want to see, because I'm not going to name any names, but I've eaten at some places where it's definitely not 100% steak mince. They go cheap, so that's good. And on the back, we've got bagels as well. Right, Lindsay, can I have one pie, two mash and liquor? I'd go for two pies, but it's only lunch, I don't want to be a pig.
Sure.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay, so do you want the liquor all over?
Yeah, definitely. Cheers. Look at that.
Liquor for you.
Oh, that's lovely, that. Thanks very much.
So you're going to have a knife and fork, or you're going to be a professional and have a spoon and spoon.
What's the right way, Lindsay? Spoon and fork, is it? Spoon and fork. Woohoo! Look at that. We've got the chili vinegar, which I've never had before, so... Do you know what? Let's go for that, shall we? What'd you do on that? Anyone? Just sprinkle it all over the place. Right, let's go for it. Brown meat. That's a good start, I like that. You see that meat? How ground it is, how ground down it is. Oh, that is really good. First off, I've got a kick of that chilli, but the meat, now it sounds bizarre, but it's really meaty. It's ground down, there's no gristle, that's really important as well. Really strong flavour, very beefy. That there is the best pie I've eaten in a pie and mash place. Let's try the liquor on its own. Ready? There it is. There's the liquor. Is that a touch of like a seafood taste, is it? I don't know. Is it parsley? Who came up with pie, liquor and mash? I'll let you do a bit of history and find that out for me. Try a bit of the mash, shall we? Okay. Oh, that's lovely. How do you make the liquor? I can taste like a fish or something, or a fish in this.
No, definitely not. No, it used to be eel juice, but it's definitely not that.
Okay, so liquor used to be eel juice, but it's not that. You're saying it's not the eel juice, no?
Everyone has their own way of doing it.
Regardless, it's lovely. Very nice. Right, I'm going to finish this up, but absolutely lovely. Best pie I've ever had in a pie and mash shop. Right, see you soon. Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you so much.
See you later. Ta-ra. Right everyone, behind me what we got is the oldest ale house in the town. 1765, and it's called The Cock. Just in front of the Cock Tavern, you've got Budworth Hall. Look at this, it's beautiful, isn't it? Check this out. Budworth Hall, the clock was erected by public subscription to commemorate the 50th year of Her Majesty Queen Victoria's reign in 1887. But let me tell you a little bit more about it. So Budworth Hall was erected in 1886 in the name of Captain Budworth. Now Captain Budworth was a magistrate and one-time Deputy Lieutenant of Essex. Right, we're heading into the library car park. Why? Well, I bet you didn't know that Ongar had a castle, sort of. We're meeting another cracking local over here, so let's check it out. Ongar's very own councillor. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm good, hi, nice
How
to
you doing,
meet
bud?
you. Yeah, thanks
nice
for
to meet you, nice to meet you.
Ongar.
Thank you very much, mate, thank you very much. I love the place.
There's no place like Ongar, I can say that with full confidence.
There's no place like Ongar.
Absolutely not.
Do you know anything about the castle?
I actually don't know anything about the castle, but all I can do, I mean, I'll show you it, because it is sort of here. You can see the moat here.
Oh, wow.
You can see where it used to be. I mean, there's still water there.
Right, hang on a minute, I can see now. If I show you all, okay, there's the water. So that's the proper mound, that's the castle mound.
Yeah.
The origins of chippingongar date back over 1,000 years to Saxon England, and this is shown by the place name chipping being the Saxon word for markets and ongar meaning grassland. Positioned on high ground and surrounded by a marsh, Saxon Ongar is believed to have been an important marketplace. Archaeologists think it had protective ditches and earthworks for defence against possible invasions by Danes. And in the mid-12th century, the manor of Ongar was held by Richard de Lucy. This powerful nobleman is said to have built Ongar Castle. Ongar Castle originally consisted of a motte, a high central earth mound, and 3 outer enclosures called baileys. The castle was built on top of the motte, and it's here de Lucy and his family would have lived. Now, the original buildings of the castle have been lost to time, but the impressive earthworks still remain. Now, as you can see, despite the passing of 800 years, the motte, inner bailey and a section of the town enclosure are well preserved.
So Ongar is made up of Greenstead, Mardenash, Shelley and Chippingongar, but you've got Firefield.
Chippingongar?
Yes.
See,
someone dropped the chipping off of Chippingongar and it's just become Ongar.
Right, hang on a minute. So is this Chippingongar?
We're in Chippingongar now.
Right, we're in Chippingongar, okay.
So
yeah,
Greenstead Church, that is in Greenstead obviously.
Greenstead Church in Greenstead.
Mardenash, which is the part towards Brentwood.
Right.
And then we've got Shelley, which is the part towards Firefield.
And is that all under the Ongar bracket then?
It's all Ongar, yeah.
I didn't know that.
We have Beauchamp Road in, Abyss Road in, Berners Road in, Firefield.
Go on.
Norton Heath, Norton Mandeville, Stapleford Abbott, Stapleford Tawney, Toot
Mate, go on, build a rap out of it.
Don't let me also, I'm going to forget Morton, Bobbinworth, Faden Mount, Faden Garnon, Abridge, Lambourne, Pigsty Green, oh, there's Freshers Bush. Oh, there's more.
Freshers
I've
Bush.
I've forgotten one. Oh
that's
God.
great.
High Ongar. So High Ongar's just here. So if you keep walking, High Ongar is just there.
Right, I'm off to explore Ongar further, so I shall catch you soon.
Yeah,
but
see you soon.
Thank you so much for your time, bud. Cheers, mate. All the best. Right, we've arrived at the last stop of the journey. That is the Epping Ongar Railway. The Epping Ongar Railway isn't open until Easter, so I've got exclusive access to pop inside and take a little look and see what we can find. They don't make them like they used to, do they? Right, first off, let's just drink this in, some of the detail. Look, ladies' waiting room. Look at that. Amazing stuff. And hopefully they've left it open for me. They have. Here we go. Right, let's go in here. So in this room you've got some beautiful photographs of locomotives. I think some of them are paintings as well. Look at this stunning bust, look at this. I can't get the proper angle on it because there's a bit of a shadow there. You see this amazing racing green colour. And they've got vintage buses which start from the front door of Epping and Shenfield stations. So that's something else that the Epping Ongar Railway offer. That's here, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is the Epping. This is the steam train here, and this is obviously where people would get tickets when it's open. Beautiful old fireplace. This is interesting. I can't get in there, but some really old artifacts here. They're beautiful though, aren't they? Look at that. Would it be some kind of gas or halogen operated thing? I don't know. Did that exist then? Eastern Region Steam, suburban service cancelled between King's Cross and Finsbury Park. Passengers should travel by Piccadilly line from number 6 platform. Okay all, think I saw a couple of guys working out in the carriages, so see if we can have a little chat with them before we go. You can just imagine how things would have been in those days. It just takes you back in time. You can just use your imagination. Look at this. How you doing, fellas?
Yeah, right,
you alright? How's it going?
Fine,
so the season's closed for now, right?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing here at the moment?
Well, we're trying to renovate this, this carriage. We've been doing it for quite a while.
To be actually used in the future?
Yeah, it's going to be used as a, down the far end, we're converted it into a disabled area.
Oh really?
Access for wheelchairs and the like.
Superb. I'm looking forward to when this starts again, to actually jump, because I've never actually jumped on this train and gone to, goes all the way to Epping? Epping, does it?
No, just short of Epping at the moment.
Just short of Epping.
It goes into the forest at the moment.
So you're looking to extend the tracks and so that goes all the way to Epping?
One day they'll open too, I think, yeah.
Really?
The tracks are already there.
The track's there, it's just getting the...
no place.
No platform.
Derek, you've led us to something really interesting here, mate. Who's Father Thomas Biles?
He's a priest from the local church in town.
Yeah.
And he left there on that fateful day to go to America, I think to marry his brother out there.
So when you say fateful day, what you're talking about is when is the Titanic?
Yeah, he left there to get a train to London.
Yeah.
And then onwards to get the train to get the Titanic.
Oh Christ. And he perished?
And he perished, he didn't come back.
So let's have a quick look here. It says here, Father Thomas Biles of St Helens Catholic Church Ongar left his station on the 10th of April 1912 to join RMS Titanic on her maiden voyage. He died assisting and comforting others, oh man, after the ship struck an iceberg. Father Thomas Russell Davids Biles was an English Catholic priest of St Helens Church here in Ongar. Father Biles was walking on the upper deck praying his breviary when the Titanic struck the iceberg. As the ship was sinking, he assisted many third-class passengers up to the boat deck to the lifeboats. He reputedly twice refused a place on a lifeboat. Reports say towards the very end he recited the rosary and other prayers, heard confessions and gave absolution to more than 100 passengers who remained trapped on the stern of the ship after all of the lifeboats had been launched. This beautiful stained glass window is dedicated to Father Biles, and the inscription on the plaque below reads, "He was a man of great courage and his faith never faltered. Please remember him in your prayers." This stunning house is 87 the Presbytery, where Father Thomas Biles lived from 1905 to 1912. That's a nice piece of history, sad piece of history, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bless him. You got this, foot warmers.
Yeah.
What's that about?
They're like ceramic bottles.
Right.
And they'd been filled up with hot water.
Yeah.
And you'd take them onto the coaches, and that was your way of keeping warm.
Ceramic bottles?
Talking back in the 1896, but that's renewed, the thing at the top there too.
That's just been renewed as well, the 1896.
That's when the station was built.
Okay. But those foot warmers presumably would have been for people who were rich.
Possibly, yeah.
Potentially,
in the first class.
In the first class carriages.
Yeah.
So there you go. All you rich people out there, you'd have had ceramic foot warmers. That's amazing, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk a little bit of history, shall we? So in 1856, the Eastern Counties Railway, the ECR, which later became part of the Great Eastern Railway, the GER, opened a double-track railway between Stratford and Loughton. A single-track extension between Loughton and Ongar was added in 1865. There we go. Increased usage on the line led to the building of double track between Loughton and Epping, and at this point 50 trains operated between London and Loughton each day, with a further 22 continuing to Epping and 14 more to Ongar. There's the buffer. It's not going to go through there, is it? So we do know then, it's quite obvious, that Epping is that way. So if you fancy a visit, check out eorailway.co.uk for tickets, gift cards, special events, guided tours, experience days and lots of other information. Ongar's got so much to offer, there's so much history, and the people are brilliant as well. So that's me for today. I am off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Cheers.